What do I want? As I sit with that more, I think that the truest answer is freedom. Free to love completely, be loved completely. Free to connect with God continuously or whenever. Free to feel or not feel. Free to think or not think. Free to bend the laws of physics. Free to do whatever the fuck I want. Free to free of a lot of the pain and suffering of being human. Free of desire, free of want, free of need. How do I get it? I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. If there's some partial freedoms in there I can get, but no matter how much work I have done on myself over time, which, I mean, what does that actually mean? I lived with monks for a year. Since that point, I have meditated for thousands of hours. Various types. I've studied a lot of spiritual text or books on spirituality, on psychology, on human development. I have learned everything from heart math to compassionate inquiry to mindfulness to coaching in a couple different capacities: sports performance coaching, sports nutrition coaching, life coaching, health and wellness coaching. I've sat in dozens and dozens of plant medicine ceremonies with different medicines. I've been to non-plant medicine ceremonies from funeral rites to sun dances to sweat lodges to music, fire pits, yada da yada da. I've done men's work, I've done psychotherapy and somatic work, I've done a lot in a lot of ways, and in some ways so much left to explore. And in some ways, every single one of those things helped me. Helped me grow, helped me heal, helped me cope, helped me become mature, develop. And in other ways, not a single one of them helped me. It's like there's two different parts of me where one part I feel has grown in a lot of ways and feels more multi-textural and colorful and far more nuanced perspective and a deeper capacity to empathize and to feel to embody but then deeper down there's like, oh yeah, nothing's changed down here. Even though along the way I was able to touch some really deep depths inside of me, inevitably the walls came back up, or the patterning came back in, or whatever. And right now in my head, there's a part of me that's saying, well, it's a slow process, and all of that change that's happened out here is just going to get deeper and deeper until one day, like, those walls will have been brought down at the right time, and you'll see that it's all been this beautiful climbing of the stairs or peeling of the onions or whatever fucking metaphor you want to put there. And I feel that. That feels true-ish. Feels like it could happen. And I am grateful for the life experience that I have and what I have. Yeah, just what all of that has brought me. But honestly, what I truly want, which is just freedom from suffering, freedom from need and want, and free to connect to God in whatever way I choose, whenever I choose, just freedom. Do I believe that that's possible? I believe it's possible. I believe that there have been people who have reached various levels of freedom. I mean, pick a tradition and there's a word for it. In Sanskrit, it's called moksha. Liberation. But then there's different levels. There's the supremely liberated ones, and then there's the liberated ones, and then there's the, there's kind of varying degrees. I'm just really in a place right now where it's like, I'm not sure if I can. Like, is it possible? Has it been possible? Yep. Do I believe that anyone can do it? Hypothetically, yes. Practically, no. Like, do all humans have the capacity for freedom? Yes. Based on programming, based on one's own interests and impulses and instinct. Is everyone even going to be interested? No. And even for those interested, is everyone going to reach it? No. So then, can everyone reach it? Like, yeah, but no. And that's kind of this dance I'm in with myself right now. Like, do I truly believe that I can reach it? In some ways, yeah. Right now, no. Right now, I'm in the no. There's a quote in the Bhagavad Gita that says, it's Krishna telling Arjuna, basically guru to disciple relationship, out of 1,000 people, one person seeks me. And out of 1,000 who seek me, one person comes to know me. And if we take the historical context, which was about, however many thousands of years ago, 3,500 years ago that was written, maybe more. There wasn't an 8 billion population back then. So the 1,000 meant more. Like that might even be a 10,000 or even more. 10,000 to 1, 10,000 to 1 nowadays. I don't know. But the idea is at times has been like, oh, that's so cool. I'm going to be the one that knows God. And right now I'm like, man, that fucking sucks. Yeah, there's just this anger, like, what? So what I'm with right now is recognizing how much of my everything, thought patterns, emotional responses, physical movements, what I want to focus on, what I do, just how much of that is trying to get something, trying to get my needs met, right? If we look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, most, if not all of our actions are trying to get some need met, trying to get our base physiological needs met, trying to get safety, security met, trying to connect with other humans, have a sense of belonging, love, trying to feel into or have a deep sense of self-esteem and like being at home in ourselves, and then living with purpose, on purpose, for purpose, as Bearhart says. And so it's easy to say like all the things I do, all the ways that I think, all of my adaptive behaviors, all the way it's all been programmed in is all trying to get those things met. And to varying degrees they get met, and to varying degrees they don't. So I'm sitting with the answer being no, and sitting with just like looking at everything that I do, like, yeah, no, that's not going to work. And specifically around freedom, like, yeah, no, you're going to go meditate, like, it's not going to work. Or you're going to play the game, like, it's not going to work. Or you're going to masturbate, it's not going to work. Or you're going to get angry at yourself, it's not going to work. You're going to judge yourself, it's not going to work. You're going to try to figure it out by putting on the camera and talking it out, and hopefully some insight comes. It's not going to work. You're going to try to not leave the present moment to try to get it to work. It's not going to work. You're going to fucking throw a fit. It's not going to work. There's a practice in various traditions, but in Sanskrit it's called neti neti, and it means not this, not that. And it's often applied when we're seeking or searching for the true sense of self, true self, the I am. When we are feeling into, what am I? Who am I? When something arises, I say neti neti, not this. well, I'm Harry. And Harry is 33 years old and lives in Southern California and is doing the Game of Presence project and is trying to seek enlightenment. Nope. Oh, well, he has this family and this programming and these perspectives. Nope. Okay. So just keep throwing it out. Like, oh, I feel this sensation in my gut when I'm feeling into who I am. Nope. Feel these emotions. Nope. I feel this energy. Nope. And you just keep throwing it away. And you just do that until nothing's left. Maybe I'm hoping that I get to a nothing left. That there will be nothing left to need, to want, to desire. So that I'll just be free of wanting enlightenment, free of wanting to be perceived a certain way, free of wanting no more suffering, free of just fucking out of the trap of trying to change myself. Feels like a trap right now. I'm gonna circle myself. Because I ain't got anything better to do. Feel hesitant to speak. I have tension in my gut. And hips. I don't like that I swallow a lot when I circle. Feels like I'm hiding something. And what are you hiding? My gut down in my sacrum lights up when I ask that. Feels like I'm hiding. Yeah, part of myself I don't want to be seen. Maybe it's my sexuality. My rage. My fear. The I don't know. My weakness. My desires. How's that feel to name? Feel a little resent at asking these questions to myself. But it did feel good. Give me space. Some of the tension disappeared, even though it came back when I mentioned the resentment. Are any of those things present? There's a part of me that says, what's the point? That I could be incredibly vulnerable right now. Speak my greatest fears of people knowing. But it's not like I haven't done that before. Almost everything that I would say has been said to others. Some of them more than others. And yet I still am afraid. It's like I've done all this work and yet I'm still hiding. Is that okay? Fuck you and your questions. I don't like hiding. Like, yes, can I list off benefits of hiding? Yes. Can I have compassion for the part of myself that chooses that? Yes. Even see wisdom in it? Yes. But I am far more with the part of me right now that is tired. Just tired of it. Just tired of doing the same dance. Just tired of feeling the same tensions in the same areas. Having the same desires come and go, the same needs come and go, the same wants come and go. Tired of Harry. Tired of this dance. I want out. Something's got to change. And I'm trying to change it. I'm so good at rationalizing everything. What are you rationalizing? Staying stuck? Rationalizing both my desires and why seeking those desires will be fruitless. It's like I did both. It's like, oh yeah, you know what? Seeking enlightenment or seeking partnership or seeking love, thought's great. Just don't think, just go for it. Yeah, but been there, done that with a few of them, and yeah, it was great. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking great. And yet here you are. It's like I've been around the block enough. I'm still young. And then it's just like, what the fuck? And maybe I'm doing something wrong. And maybe some other people just naturally don't have this challenge. Maybe whatever got programmed in me or whatever I came into this existence with is just keeps me stuck because I'm just terrified. Or I'm not doing a damn thing wrong, and this is just part of the human experience that everyone gets, and I'm just bitching and complaining about it because it feels like something's wrong. It's like in the Matrix when Morpheus is talking to Neo, and he said, you know, it's like a splinter in your mind that something's wrong. You can't name it, can't say what it is, but it's there and it's driving you mad. I feel like in some ways I hide it from myself. I try not to feel that. And then there's a part of me that looks through that lens at the world and says, like, is everyone doing what I'm doing? I would imagine that at least some people are. Like, are we all just pretending that everything's okay? Are we all, like, is this, like, everyone's cool with this? Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that everyone's cool with this. I think a lot of us have numbed to this so much that they might even be like, yeah, I don't feel that, dude. I don't believe you. Now, with some people, I do. Some people, I'd be like, that's fucking awesome, man. I hope you never know it. I hope you never feel it. But for other people, it's like, yeah, I don't buy that. But, I get the terror of facing it and facing myself. So, fuck. I hope it goes away sooner rather than later. If not, I hope I just get over it. I'd rather just accept that even if the acceptance is like myself and many others, we are sick. We are mentally ill. Which is definitely a belief I hold. It's like the Krishnamurti quote. It was very in mind right there, and I'm coming back into my body. It's like the Krishnamurti quote. It's no measure of wellness to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. I feel sick. And I feel like I am far more balanced than most people I meet. But I feel like just inside of me feels like, man, something's wrong. Something's wrong with the world. Something wrong with it. Something wrong with it. And then my mind immediately says, zoom out, man, zoom out. It's all God. It's all a part of the Tao. It's just a great flow, a great way. And that feels good. That feels good to let in. Saturday was a little rough. A lot of thinking, a lot of uncontrollable mind. Mine was just going, but it led me into a somewhat of a raw place. I recorded a couple of videos on Saturdays, so I don't feel like I have much more to say about it. Those really captured where I was. One was just where I was, and the other one I circled myself, which I actually think will be separate videos. I think both of those will just be their own videos. Other than that, I went on a drive, meditated, played the game of presence, went on a walk. how do I keep playing the game no matter what I'm doing? If I'm lying down in bed or somewhere else, if I'm sitting up and sitting eyes open, eyes closed, if I'm walking, if I'm driving, if I'm eating. Got in the sun, got some good sunbathing in. Staying healthy, like really getting that vitamin D while playing the game. Also dancing with the sexual energies still off and on since I've been an adult, or even before then. And with that, there comes a sense of building self-love, self-trust, warmth. Not looking at myself in the mirror and having the first thing be a critique. Not having the first thing being like, oh man, I should stand up straighter. Or, oh, I'm getting older and I'm getting these, stuff under my eyes. Or, wish I had some more muscle, or whatever. But instead, just feel good in myself when the primal sexual energy comes up, and whether, if I get horny or whatever, like meeting that in a beautiful way, in a way that's like, oh yeah, it feels good to be me. It feels good to have this energy come up. Feels, instead of being like, oh, here we go again, got to ride the dragon. Just, oh yeah, feels good. And I touched on that a little bit, but that's a work in progress. Yeah, I'd say that's that, because I recorded those other videos.